Ain't this a beautiful spot?
Sure. What are you doing here?
My accounts. I'm an accountant.
Is that so?
In a way.
What's your name?
You know, it's the darndest thing. I can't remember.
Tell me your damn name and where you know me from.
Well, I know you're from Mexico. I know you're from back out west. Hell, I know you from all over.
Tell me your name or I won't be responsible for my actions.
Oh, but you will. You will be responsible. This is a fine spot. See you around, cowboy.
Damn you!
Yes, many have.
And you will know the truth.
What do you want, Marston?
My family. I've done what you asked.
No, you haven't. This is the land of opportunity, and I gave you the opportunity to save your family, and you failed. How could I possibly reward you?
Marston, you're a public menace. We should have had you killed.
I wish you had. But since you didn't, where's my family?
Oh, spare me the noble savage fall on the sword tripe, will you, old boy? It's nauseating. You don't wish to be dead. You're an insignificant creature desperately clinging on to life like the rest of the scum in this town. Yeah, I know, it's tough. You like Dutch. He's a charming fellow. He makes sense. He's like one of those nature writers from back east. Only he takes things a tiny little step too far. Rather than just loving the flowers and the animals and the harmony between man and beast, he shoots people in the head for money and disagreeing with them.
He's a goddamn killer.
Now, I'm not a great intellect, but the metaphysical leap from admiring the flower to shooting a man in the head because he doesn't like the flower is a leap too far. So, I know it's easy. You see, me and Archer, we're the bad guys. We enforce the rules. Now, while the rules may not be perfect, they're really not so bad.
Exactly. What's the alternative?
Yeah. See, I'll tell you what the alternative is. It's not complicated. It's about one man and his gun versus another man. Sure, civilization may be dull, but the alternative, Mr. Marston, is hell.
And the way you enforce this civilization, this freedom for men to like or not like flowers, or whatever in God's name you were just talking about, is to kidnap a man's wife and son?
Well, I know there's contradictions. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, as I said, I'm not a great intellect. Now, after the debacle with the army and the bank, we have to put Mr. Vanderlyn to rest ourselves. Will you help us?
Do I have any choice?
Now that you mention it, no.
Then what was that pretty speech in aid of?
I don't rightly know, but it sure felt good saying it.
Shall we, Mr. Marston?
Let's go.
Let's see if we can put this to rest once and for all, shall we?
Come quick! Take a look at this thing!
Okay. Sure.
Have you seen this? It's got a gun! In all my born days, I never seen this.
I like this actually. This is quite fun.
That devil's working. I have a thought. They told me about these. The army's building them in secret.
This killing machine of yours seems to be turning a few heads.
Our armed forces have no equal. We have made incredible progress the past few years.
Is that what you
And
call
this
it?
isn't much more than a simple prototype. You should see what they're working on in Virginia. Soon there will be no war we can't win.
Even a metaphysical war on
Army
terror or
has made camp
drugs.
a little way outside town. They put word out a large cache of ammunition and food is stored there.
Vanderland's gang needs constant supplies, so that should be enough to draw him in.
No mistakes this time. You hear
Let's
me,
hope
Marston?
so.
I thought you were talking to Fordham.
Let's hope.
the cow! Look, they brought the machine gun!
Let's see, we've got a getaway plan that isn't a machine. Makes me feel a bit safer. I will open fire.
What's the word, Captain?
We spotted one of Dutch's men about an hour ago. I think he took the bait.
Let's get in position then. Have your men ready to run them down if you have to.
Dismiss! Load weapons and get to the sandbag!
I don't know. I think John does
Are you
prefer
ready
the
to
army
finish
to
this,
the
Mr. Marston?
I guess so.
Dutch's gang. I'll go into that. I think if he really wanted family back, he could do it through shooting up the army.
Everybody stay
I
alert.
think he's got the skill to. Oh, not the army, but these two guys in front.
Come on, this way!
I think he felt there'd be less bloodshed, but it doesn't turn out that way, has it?
There they are! Open fire!
Okay, this thing's a bit stronger than I thought it was going to be. I'll be perfectly honest. This thing's incredible. This is way better than the Gatling guns we saw in Mexico.
We'll kill you all!
And I guess before. Okay. Now that my television is turned down, let's have a right old romp. I don't know. Who says turret sections can't be exciting? They could be if pulled off correctly. Unfortunately, this one is a basic as you can get turret section. Oh.
We should have done this a long time ago!
What? Why would you want to do this? Look how many people are dying here.
Don't let him get too close!
I hope you wrote down your soup nuts somewhere!
Okay, here we go. Just keep rolling them down.
They are retreating! Cease fire and mount up! We're going after them!
Ah, I guess those horses weren't for us. We got this tank prototype thing. Working forward.
Christ! This thing's a lot bumpier off the road!
It's gonna be a mess if we have to follow them into the woods.
Well, I have a feeling that's exactly what's
I can
gonna
hardly
happen.
hold on!
Just shut up and drive, Fordham!
What is that?
Get those men behind the rocks!
We'll kill every last one of you!
Okay, whatever. Get those men behind the rocks, fool. Oh god. Okay, I thought I was setting on fire for good then. I was panicking. Oh, that's what's happening. I'm shooting the truck, aren't I? Oh
Take him
god.
down! For the love of God!
Uh-oh, I'm almost dead.
Making a big mistake!
Okay, well done on you guys. Uh-oh.
Come and kill those bastards!
I am not very good at this mission at all. It's
Hold them off!
becoming evident to me that I'm not very good at any of these missions. Because I'm not very good at video games. Okay. Okay. Are we going to finally get this statement out in the open? Because I haven't said it in a while. I'm not very good at video games. Okay. Are we done? Are we done? Sometimes I go on tirades. Today is not that day. I don't think anybody cares that I'm not very good at video games. I think you all know. What the hell?
That wagon's out of control! It's coming straight at our cavalry!
Okay. Okay. I thought we could probably save the people inside if there are any inside, but I guess not. Maybe there's one of those TNT wagons like we had in Mexico, in El Presidio. El Presidio. Whatever that thing was called. Surprise, bitch! And the truth will set you free.
Well, Mr. Marston, it seems like your mentor Dutch no longer looks quite so kindly to his student.
That man is insane.
So it seems.
I think we need to get him before sundown.
As you say, Captain. Otherwise, he'll be gone again.
And what if I say no?
Now, before I shoot you myself, let me just point out the obvious. The one person we have left that can appeal to Mr. Vanderlyn is the last person we know who knows him. Your wife.
That won't be necessary. Mr. Ross, Captain, let's go. Yeah.
Okay. Well, looks like it's big army parade that we've got going on here. Oh god. I don't like this at all.
I can't believe Vanderlyn has built himself a fortress in the mountains.
He's crazy, but he certainly ain't
You've
stupid.
already seen that place, right? McDougal told me you went up there with that Indian chap.
I seen it all right. We'll be lucky to last 5 minutes with this many men.
That's not a good sign. That's not a good thing
Governor
to
Johns is
say.
gonna be very pleased.
Nate Johns? What's he got to do with any of this?
Let's just say he has a vested interest in cleaning the filth out of this region. I don't think our old friend Dutch realizes what a great favor he has done us, inciting all this hate among the natives.
Like you needed an excuse.
See, this is what happens when you fraternize with savages. How could you ever follow a man like that?
How could you ever follow a man like Ross?
Vanderlyn is a psychopath, a murderer, and a rapist.
Ross don't seem too different. Dutch was a good man once. A far better man than you.
So what made him this way?
I don't know. Bastards like you. Seeing that things never change.
Fair enough. Fair enough, I can understand that.
I hope you're ready to finish this mess.
Anything to get you sons of bitches off my back.
There's always somebody watching, Mr. Marston. I thought you'd have gleaned that much by now.
You think you're so clever, don't you?
No, it's you who thought you were clever. You thought you could just walk away from your old life. Make no mistake, we have been watching.
Don't speak to me.
You're really an ungrateful slut, Marston. All we need now is Father Christmas. Instead of punishing you for your crimes, we are giving you a chance to kill the men who betrayed you.
You didn't have to punish my wife, too.
Oh, please. She's hardly innocent.
Don't you talk about her like that.
Oh, I would never talk ill of dear Abby. Do you call her Abby or Abigail? I prefer Abby. No, I like the woman. A little rough for my taste, but very pleasant.
I can't wait to put a bullet in your head.
Wait, what? I don't intend to do that,
When will
John.
this be over?
It's you who's been dragging it out, not us. We sent you to Fort Mercer with the simple task of killing Bill Williamson. Next thing you know, you're running all over Mexico like a headless chicken.
And now it's Dutch.
But he's the last one of your merry band, is he not? Then you can go back to your farm, or what's left of it. If need be, you can always send your wife back out to work. I hear she works hard.
Go to hell.
This old gang of yours just won't die easily, will it? I wonder how many deaths you are all responsible for. How much money you took from pockets of hard-working citizens.
We did more for the people with the money we took than the damn government ever did.
Good God! This flawed philosophy of yours again. If you wish to argue the finer points of ethics, I suggest you learn to read first.
And I suggest you learn how to shoot people in the front, not the back.
Any more of charming dialogue? Perfectly normal conversation? No? Maybe not. Maybe not.
Whoa there.
Alright, then we get to the front of the line. I'm not gonna listen to that shit anymore.
So you're the one who's gonna kill him?
Okay, then
Dutch? Yep, that's what they keep telling me. But if you feel like doing it, please be my guest.
This is suicide if you ask me. My scouts have seen that fort of his. I wanted to wait for more men, but them city boys back there weren't having none of it.
And you answer to them?
Unfortunately, it seems that now we do.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
They said you was in a gang with this Dutch Vanderland.
I was once. A long time ago.
Don't seem like the kind of fella you want to run with. Unless I completely misjudge your character, of course.
When he turned crazy, I left. At least I tried to leave. Till those suits back there came and knocking, threatened to kill my wife and son if I didn't go after them.
Strange times we live in, partner. Strange times.
Yes, at least somebody understands, John.
It's a funny business. Army, government men, criminals, with all due respect.
You're telling me?
Too many hands on the tiller if you ask me. This is how mistakes happen. My boys don't know who's giving the orders no more.
Take it from me, mister. When we get up there, it ain't gonna matter. It'll be every man for himself. Let's go.
Let's not. So we've talked to the front of the line, we've talked to the back. Ah, we're almost there anyway. I think I'll zoom ahead. If I can get the bloody thing straight. There we go. Alright, it's time to end this, I guess. Time to end it with Dutch. Guess we're waiting for the damn army people though.
You, blow that gate open. Move, soldier.
Go! Get down!
Forward! Move in! Come on, boys! Everybody move in!
Alright. Again, it's time to end this.
That's enough!
There's no way out!
Kochini!
I've seen tough
Up in tall trees.
Move
Dutch's
up the
foot.
line!
One last hoorah! Fuck. Let's stop killing people, I guess. More blood. I swear to God, I think we have killed. I honestly, that's what I was starting to talk about before. With how many people we've killed on this adventure, I swear to God, I think we might have killed more men doing it this way than if we were trying to take down the army ourselves. So I honestly believe John prefers the civilization to the madness. I mean, it's not. He's never said he prefers the madness. I just think, you know, he's left it open. God damn it! I know that wasn't very good cover, but still. He's never said he liked the gang. He always disassociated himself from the gang, but he's always complained about the civilization of it all. And I think he does have at least a preference for civilization over this type of thing. I know he liked the kind of people that his gang were before, you know, Dutch started to change, but I still think he has at least some belief in the future of civilization, because otherwise I think there isn't all. I think the option was always on the table to try and hunt down Ross and the people above him and get answers, and I think he probably could have gotten them. But I think he chose this direction because I think I think also he needed to move on with his past, and I think this was one of the ways he could move on with his past is by hunting down his old gang members and getting rid of them, getting rid of the past. And yeah, I don't think he ever intended of killing any of them. I just thought he wanted to move on, talk to them, tell them what happened, find out answers, and basically make sure he never saw them again. But that's my theories. You know, there's video games, like any form of art, I guess, always have their different interpretations. I don't think the developer or the writer, for that matter, in this for the story, because we know that video games have writers, could have really dictates now what the interpretation is. Obviously, he had an intended interpretation, but you can't. Once it's out there in the public, you can't really dictate what interpretation they get from a character, and especially with something like video games, where a lot of games don't give you much of a story. They give you a lot of storytelling elements, they tell you as much as they can, they try and make you like certain elements of the characters and what you're doing, but they don't tell you everything about them, and you have to glean a bit from that. You have to learn their attitudes and personality, and even make up little backstories, events for characters, and I think that's very common with video games, and so video games becomes one of the most commonly, common genre, mediums, that's the word I'm looking for, mediums for multiple interpretations, because it is so, it's so interactive, you can't really, throughout a movie you're watching and you're taking in, or throughout a show you're watching and you're taking in, or throughout a book you're reading and you're taking in. But with a video game, you do try to take in a lot of stuff, but you've also got to react to a lot of things, and so perhaps when you get into that mindset of reacting to things, like this guy moves there, shoot him, right? That you start to react to everything. You start to react to story elements. You start to, when you hear something, you start to, make sense of it and react to it. Make up your own form a personality in your head. Form a list of ideals in your head for your character, whether or not you're role-playing them, or if there are just somebody out there, just someone like John Marston who already has a personality and a story, but it's one that's shrouded in darkness and that you don't know much about, And that's something that, that's just a big rant on video game interpretations, but I think that's definitely something that I agree with. I don't know what I'm saying at this point.
Right, Marston. We'll take 2 men with us. The rest will stay here and take care of the wounded. They'll plant charges at the gate. You and I will provide the cover fire. All right, men. Blow that gate open. Keep them covered now, Marston. Hold them up! We need time to set the explosives!
This sure is pleasant!
Marston, you're leaving them wide open!
I'm only protecting them from one side. Come on, then. I can't do everything. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I think that is a point I'd like to make, is that video games are a lot more of a medium for making up your own backstories because you're interacting with it all the time. That's just something I thought of, and I just needed to get it out there. Alright, sorry. Hey.
Why don't you go get some bread? Even this up a bit.
Let's see this gate blow up, huh? There we go.
You tend to your wounded. I gotta face touch alone.
Marston, that's a stupid idea. Oh
Looks
god.
like it's me and you, John. You should have stayed at home.
If I would, I could. If I could, I would.
I suggest you follow.
Get behind the box, you stupid bugger. I'm obviously not going to be able to kill that from there. Oh, well. That's an interesting plot device.
Who do you
A plot
think
device.
you are?
Deus Ex Machina.
Son of a bitch! God damn it! You'll never take me alive, John.
Well, aren't you stereotypical? Okay. Get out the old... Oh, the revolver's dead. Never mind, we got the shotgun out there. The revolver would have been typical, man. Seriously.
It's over, John. I ain't leaving here without you.
Dutch Vandalin! Come on, bruh. I ain't leaving here without you, as John has already said. Whatever. Whatevs. There he is.
You're just like me, John. You can't change who you are. I ain't like you.
Maybe you can't change who you are, but you can start acting differently. Acting for positivity. Maybe you won't like it, but it changes things. It leads to a future that you might like, or a future that maybe you don't like necessarily, but that's one that you think is best for other people. People you care about, people that make you happy. Just because your personality is a bit off to the future you want doesn't mean you can't get that future. It's harder, but it's still possible.
You can't erase the past, John. Killing me, it won't make it go away.
The past is already
That's
gone.
where you're wrong.
The past is over. The past is always over because it's the past. That's the meaning of the word past. The only thing you can do is embrace that it happened and move on with your life.
Hello again, John. Hello, Dutch. We gotta stop meeting like this. Sure. I got a plan, John. You always got a plan, Dutch. This is a good one. I don't doubt it. We can't always fight nature, John. We can't fight change. Can't fight gravity. We can't fight nothing. My whole life, all I ever did was fight. Then give up, Dutch. But I can't give up, neither. I can't fight my own nature. That's a paradox, John. You see? Then I have to shoot you. When I'm gone, they'll just find another monster. They have to. Because they have to justify their wages. That's their business. Our time has passed, John.
So at the end, you didn't have the guts to shoot him.
The man's dead, Ross.
Sure. Can I see your gun? Oh, trust me. It looks better in the report that way.
Where's my family?
Your wife was killed in a prison riot last week. So, I'm only joking, dear boy. They were sent back to that Scrabble ranch of yours in Beecher's Hope. They're quite safe and sound.
They better be.
Thank you, Mr. Marston, for everything. I know this wasn't easy for you, but I have to say, you've done your country proud.
Yeah, exactly. See you around, John. Try to stay out of trouble. Come on, Archer. Let's go find somebody else we can annoy.